if you're being asked to sign a client contract or a PSA, I mean, they're both contracts, aren't they, really?
Yep.
What are the things that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, great question. This will be a nightmare for the audience, but I've reviewed hundreds of client contracts and PSAs and tenders. So, and it's a bit of a flippant comment, but I think 99% are wrong, would be my view, because it's such a unique. Now I'm talking about I'll deal with staffing first, because staffing is such a unique business model versus what companies are used to dealing with, and even sophisticated companies, because it's not the traditional, I provide a service including the outcome to you, which is the contracts that clients produce, which might come from a procurement team, a legal team, off the shelf. They have the same issues where they're using the same contracts that are 10 years old. Those contracts predominantly will describe the services as being the outcomes of the person who's doing the job. So Martin provides someone, an engineer. I like to use engineer. So I provide, I'm an engineering company. I provide an engineer. Engineer comes in and we charge a lot of money for an expert service. We design a bridge and the bridge collapses. I am taking responsibility because I'm an expert engineering consulting company. That's my professional indemnity. That's my employee. So straight away, hopefully you can see where I'm going with this, which is if I'm an agency providing an engineer on an on-hire basis to a client, what the engineer does for that client and the outcomes of their work under the direction, supervision, and control of the client is not the service of the agency. The agency's job is to procure, manage, find the talent, manage them, and on-hire them to the client. And most client contracts will effectively not reflect that divide between the outcome and tasks of the on-hire contracted temp versus the agency. So there's your issue right there, because that's not what the insurance will say. It may, if you've had a specific conversation, but are you charging for that? I mean, that automatically opens up risk. So you will see in a PSA, the definition of services will be wrong. That's the first thing I will look at. I can tell you in 30 seconds if the contract's appropriate. What's the definition of services?
Definition of services. Okay, cool.
Does it say, and a cheeky little statement is, services is X, and for the avoidance of doubt, excludes all tasks, work, and outcomes performed by the agency personnel under the direction, supervision, and control of the client. And I can share that.
Sounds like you've said that a few times.
Yeah, because it actually fixes a lot in a contract. Yeah. The indemnity will say, you indemnify us for a breach of services or property damage. And I've got war stories around property damage, and there's personal injury as well. But property damage can be, if that person goes, and I had this, petrol in a diesel car, first shift on a Monday morning, first assignment, brand new company car, and the contract that was signed with the client said that the agency was responsible for all property damage caused by the personnel. So that was a whole new engine. That was 4 hours in to an assignment. So the margin that would have been earned would probably be $100. Ironically, of course, the contract also said that they can ask for a replacement in the first 24 hours. So they didn't have to pay anything, and there was a massive bill for a new engine because the contract made the agency liable for that damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Ouch.
Oh, gosh. All right.